Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to you all. On behalf of Great Lakes Institute of Management, Gurgaon, I extend a warm welcome to all of you who've gathered here to commemorate the 13th convocation ceremony of our institute. This momentous occasion honors the remarkable achievements of the Archers batch of PGDM 2224 and the Falcons batch of PGCM 2324. As we prepare to embark on the proceedings, we kindly request all attendees to proceed to their designated seats and ensure that their mobile phones are set to silent mode. Thank you.
Our chief guest, Ms. Meenakshi Nevatia, will be arriving shortly. The academic procession will enter the hall in a moment. We kindly request the graduates and the audience to rise and remain standing until the members of the procession are comfortably seated on the dais. The convocation will commence with a solemn invocation. At the end of the ceremony, the Indian national anthem will be sung, after which the academic procession will leave the hall. Please note, the graduates and audience are requested to remain standing and not leave the hall until the procession has left the hall. I will request the PGPM batch to proceed first, followed by the PGDM batch. I also request the parents or guardians to wait to celebrate with the graduates after the procession has left. After collecting degrees, go back to seats and celebrate after the end of the ceremony. All are requested to abide by the instructions as narrated.
I request everybody to please settle down. Thank you. May I request our principal, Dr. Jones Matthew, to kindly welcome our chief guest, Ms. Meenakshi Nevatia, with a plant as a nod to sustainability.
may I have the honor of inviting our esteemed chief guest, Ms. Meenakshi Nivetya, to kindly illuminate the inaugural lamp, symbolizing the commencement of this auspicious program. I would also like to extend a heartfelt invitation to the dignitaries present on the dais to join Ms. Meenakshi in this momentous ceremony. I would now like to call Ms. Surbhi to invoke Goddess Saraswati with a Vandana.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावर्दण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करा प्रभुरीतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लान् ब्रह्म विचार सार परमा आद्यान् जगद्व्यापिनीन् वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदान् जाड्यान्धकारापहम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकान् विदधतीन् पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तान् परमेश्वरीन् भगवतीन् बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Surbhi.
May I now request the chairman of Great Lakes Institute of Management, Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju, to kindly consent to preside over the proceedings.
I declare the convocation open.
We now request our chairman to formally announce the opening of the convocation. May I now request our principal to kindly welcome the gathering and present his report.
Respected Chief Guest, Ms. Meenakshi Nivetya, Country President and Managing Director, Pfizer India, and Keynote Speaker of the Day, Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju, Chairman, Great Lakes Institute of Management, honored guests, esteemed faculty members, colleagues, staff members, and proud parents, and cherished friends. It is with great privilege that I extend my warm greetings to all of you. Welcome to the 13th Convocation Ceremony of Great Lakes Gurgaon graduating class of 2024. I take this opportunity to congratulate my graduating students today. We have all worked hard for this day, and this is just the beginning of an exciting new journey into the future. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to Ms. Meenakshi Nivetya for gracing us with her presence for the ceremony today. Ms. Nivetya brings with her nearly 30 years of experience in business leadership and consulting with globally renowned companies like McKinsey, Novartis Pharmaceuticals, and Stryker India. Ms. Nivetya is an alumna of IIM Ahmedabad and Presidency College, Kolkata. I'm sure her insights stemming from her illustrious experience would serve as an inspiration to our graduating students today. Dear graduates, A very warm welcome to everyone. Today we celebrate the graduation of two cohorts who have achieved great successes. The class of 2024 has demonstrated outstanding academic excellence, excelled in extracurricular activities, and won many competitions. Your achievements honor our institution's long legacy. Let's celebrate the remarkable initiatives and accomplishments of your academic journey. We are positive that your transformative journey at Great Lakes has equipped you with the skills for a successful career. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the highlights and achievements of Great Lakes Institute of Management, Gurgaon for the year 23-24. Great Lakes Gurgaon received AICTE approval in 2016, and ever since we've aimed to become a top management institute in India. Our dream is now a reality. We rank in the top 6% of all management institutes in the country, according to the NIRF ranking 2024, where this year we have been ranked 52nd in the country. Great Lakes Gurgaon prides itself on high-quality faculty, consistently receiving very high ratings from students in both the one-year and two-year programs. Today, we have over 30 highly qualified faculty members with excellent intellectual output, with a rising number of impactful publication outputs in the top Financial Times 50 journals, ABDC category A-star, A, and B international journals. We publish 2 peer-reviewed international journals and host an annual international winter conference on sustainable business. And in 2023, we launched the Center of Excellence for Sustainable Development, advancing knowledge, policy, and practices in sustainability. We have also begun international collaborations, signing MOUs with ISEG in France, Ural Federal University in Russia, and EMAA Business School, Morocco. Our team has secured international accreditations from the Association of MBAs, AMBA, UK, and national accreditation from NBA for a further 3 years. We are now working towards obtaining the prestigious AACSB accreditation of the US. The institution's intellectual growth has been matched by a significant growth in the infrastructure expansion, increasing from 1.43 lakh square feet to 2.5 lakh square feet in the last 5 years. The school now has 4 state-of-the-art hostels with a capacity of accommodating approximately 900 students. We have traveled a good distance in the last few years. The dedication of our senior management, faculty, staff, and corporate partners and students has propelled us towards our goal of becoming a center of academic excellence that helps students and organizations navigate the economic, social, and environmental challenges posed by a rapidly changing 21st century world. Our ambitions for the next 5 years include a broad range of goals, such as to be the most innovative, tech-savvy B school in the country, to emerge as a thought leader in the area of sustainability, a market leader in contemporary technology education, and to launch a world-class PhD program, among other things. The growth of the institute, established in 2010, Great Lakes Gurgaon was set up to cater to the dynamic business needs of the constantly evolving Indian and global economy. We have been consistently innovative and have offered cutting-edge programs leveraging deep engagement with the industry, thanks to our proximity to the corporate hub of Delhi NCR. Our PGPM program is ranked 12th in the country among one-year programs. The PGDM has been re-accredited by the National Board of Accreditation, NBA, till 2027, and is recognized as MBA equivalent by the Association of Indian Universities, AIU. The institute has been granted AICTE approval for the commencement of the FPM PhD program, which we will be planning to launch soon. And we have already begun the PGDM online program, and it has shown great success in the online learning space so far. Keeping in line with industry changes and requirements, the school has designed programs to cater to the emerging sectors that are redefining businesses: artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI, AR, XR, VR, fintech, natural language processing, and so on. These sectors are growing at a very fast pace, and the industries in these areas are looking for high-quality professionals, and Great Lakes Gurgaon has been focused on filling this gap for the industry. We are also making great strides in sustainability with our newly established Center of Excellence for Sustainable Development, under which we have hosted 2 winter conferences on sustainable business already, and the third one we plan to host in the third week of December 2024. On the research and publications front, I'm happy to report that like previous years, the year 23-24 also witnessed our faculty publishing in highly ranked, peer-reviewed international journals. The total number and quality of publications have increased significantly, and faculty members have published 33 journal articles in Financial Times, FT50, ABDC A-star, A and B category journals, and also in highly reputed case-clearing houses like Ivy Publishing Canada. Publications in the popular press, especially online media, followed by papers presented at various conferences worldwide, have also seen a surge during this period. The two journals that Great Lakes hosts, one is called the Great Lakes Journal of Management Review and Transformation, and it was officially launched in January 2021 under the distinguished patronage of late Dr. Bala V. Balachandran, Chairman of Great Lakes Institute of Management. The journal is currently indexed by JGate and has secured an ISS in number, and we are very ambitious of making this journal a truly respected journal in the field of academic studies. The other journal that we have is the Journal of Infrastructure Development. The purpose of this journal is to carry out informed public debates on infrastructure policy. The journal looks at issues and concerns regarding infrastructure in India and in other countries as well. Karma Yoga, all our students have gone through that, so they relate to this. The school's Karma Yoga program is a vehicle that helps the institute to engage with the community around the school and engineer social impact. During the academic year 23-24, our Karma Yoga program has expanded its operations appreciably to 32 villages, interacting with over 2,500 students and people who live in these villages and influencing their lives. On student achievements, our students have not only proved their caliber in academics and extracurricular activities on campus, but have also shown impressive participation in events and competitions at other colleges and institutes, and have returned with numerous awards in tow. Some of the students who have showcased their competitive streak across 50+ competitions in the last academic year, and I'm just going to name a few: Adar Jain and Sunidhi, Anirvan Jaina, Abhinav Kad, Alzia Khan, Shreya Shukla, and many, many others. In terms of annual events, Great Lakes Gurgaon hosted the Sapiens 2023 in September last year with the theme Sustainability, Balancing the 3 E's, Economy, Environment, and Ethics. It was graced by Mr. Vimal Chaudhary, the head and board member of the McKinsey Knowledge Center. The 12th edition of CREST, which is the annual management festival of Great Lakes Gurgaon, was held in December 2023. The theme for the event was Ekavritti. Distinguished keynote speakers included Mr. Vikas Gandhi, President and SBU Head at OSHA International, and Mr. Gautam Duggal, Director of Global Talent Management and Learning at MasterCard. That year, 3,000 students from various prestigious business schools across the country competed in different stages of CREST competitions. Winter Business School Conference 2023, it was held on Managing Businesses for a Sustainable Future, G20 and beyond. The conference saw participation from around 75 world-renowned researchers, industry experts, and government representatives. The conference was formally inaugurated by Ms. Samyukta Samadar, IAS, Commissioner of the National Capital Region and Government of India Nodal Officer for Sustainable Development Goals. The 14th Foundation Day of Great Lakes Gurgaon was celebrated on March 2, 2024, marking 14 glorious years of inspiring greatness. This special occasion was made more memorable by the presence of the chief guest, Mr. Ehtisham Zaidi, who was an alumnus from the class of 2014 and currently working as VP Analyst and Key Initiative Leader at Gartner. At the Foundation Day, employees were felicitated for their dedicated service and exemplary performance over the past year. Students received awards for their outstanding participation in national competitions, exceptional performance in internships and live projects, and contributions to campus and Karma Yoga activities. At Great Lakes Gurgaon, we understand the need for a business school to be relevant to contemporary industry needs. In the 2023-24 academic year, more than 50 top industry executives, including CXOs and thought leaders, from companies such as McKinsey, Deloitte, Gartner, Vedanta, Samsung, Hero, BlackRock, etc., have engaged with the students across different platforms, including special talks, guest lectures, panel discussions, master classes, and classroom teaching. Since its inception, Great Lakes Gurgaon has invested in recruiting and maintaining intellectual capital in the form of high-quality faculty coming from rich academic as well as industry backgrounds. It's a moment of great pleasure for me to announce the new faculty who joined us, this proud cohort in the last academic year. Dr. Amit Kumar, who joined us as an assistant professor of marketing. He holds a PhD from NMIMS University, Mumbai, and an MBA from the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, and has 10 years of industry experience in sales and marketing. Dr. Jaya Priyadarshini joined us as an assistant professor in the operations area. She holds an FPM PhD from Management Development Institute, Gurgaon, an MBA from NMIMS Bangalore, and a BTech from SRM University, Chennai, and comes with 6 years of experience in both industry and academia. Dr. Jyoti Garg joined us as an assistant professor of accounting and finance. She holds a PhD in finance from the Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, a master's degree from Delhi School of Economics, University of Delhi, and a BCom honors degree from Lady Shri Ram College for Women, and brings over 6 years of experience in academia and industry. Dr. Sanchita Kuchi joined us as an associate professor in data analytics. She holds a PhD from IIM Raipur and a BE from NSIT, and has over 16 years of industry experience in data science and analytics. In 2021, she was recognized as one of the 3 AI women to watch out for in analytics for her significant professional contributions. Professor Veeresh Sharma joined Great Lakes Gurgaon as an adjunct faculty in the area of strategy. He holds a PhD in strategy from the Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi, and has served as professor and dean academics at MDI Gurgaon before he joined us. The year 2024 saw 344 Great Lakers participating in the placement process across both the programs. Like every year, we had many marquee recruiters on campus offering lucrative roles across various functions. Deloitte, Accenture, Inseado, Cognizant, Tiger Analytics, and Great Learning were some of the recruiters on campus. The highlights of the PGPM placement: the domains which were represented were analytics, consulting, fintech, health tech, and ITES. The highest CTC offered was INR 25.5 lakhs per annum. Average CTC offered was INR 15.3 lakhs per annum. And the average post-MBA CTC was 2.6 times the pre-MBA CTC for the PGPM class of 24. PGDM placement highlights: the sectors which were represented: BFSI, consulting, ITES, internet business, analytics, marketing and advertising, and automobile sectors. The companies which came to campus included Deloitte, Bank of America, Cognizant, Ernst & Young, KPMG, CRISIL, Droom, Genpact, Infosys, Hyundai, and Tata Tech. The highest CTC offered was INR 22.5 lakhs per annum to the class of 2024, and the average CTC offered was 11.7 lakhs, which were significant improvements over the last year. I'm proud to see 347 students, 79 in PGPM and 268 in PGDM graduating today, joining the highly accomplished family of Great Lakes alumni. Today, Great Lakes is proud of its alumni pool of over 14,000 Great Lakers spread over 30 countries from both campuses, placed at some of the finest organizations worldwide. Great Lakes Gurgaon is shaping up into a widely acclaimed center of excellence, highly regarded by all its stakeholders, including industry, students, and peer institutions. The Institute acknowledges the tremendous effort and the continued and sustained support of the Board of Directors, Advisory Board, and faculty, including visiting and guest faculty, corporate executive partners, staff, students, and the recruiting companies, as well as other organizations who have helped us in all our endeavors in several ways. We sincerely express a profound gratitude and appreciation to all our stakeholders. Finally, an appeal to the graduating students: never stop learning. Your learning does not end with your MBA. It's a continuous process, and you need to embrace it on a daily basis. Stay curious, learn, experiment, add new tools to your arsenal. You will encounter challenges, even failures at times, but it is paramount that you treat them as learning opportunities. Second, be a people's person. A manager's work is not just about meeting goals and making a company profitable, but also managing people. What may seem as basic human traits, such as empathy, integrity, and transparency, can go a long way towards building a high-performing team. Develop your emotional intelligence to handle diversity in perspectives, contrasting opinions, and a lot of healthy workplace competition. Thirdly, embrace technology judiciously. We are at a point where technology has become an integral part of nearly every business, and there is no turning back from here. Automation, generative AI, virtual and augmented reality, these are no longer buzzwords, but today's reality. Embrace them, learn how you can use them for the best outcomes. As you celebrate this day, I urge you to remember all those who have been with you through this journey, your family, your teachers, and your peers. Never forget to have gratitude, no matter how successful you become in the years to come. Maintain healthy relations with your peers. This is the foundation of your network, the same network which will determine your net worth, as our founder, Uncle Bala, was very fond of reminding us all. You will be surprised at the doors it will unlock for you in the future. My encomiums to all the proud parents here. You have raised extraordinary persons whom we've had the honor of grooming and preparing for an exciting and challenging business world. We are positive that they will leave an indelible mark on society and keep making you proud in everything they do. On behalf of all our graduates, I thank you. Before I conclude, I convey my sincerest gratitude to all my colleagues, faculty, and staff for their contribution towards the successful graduation of the 2024 batch. You students have been amazing, and it has been an honor to address you and your families on this special day. I once again would like to thank the board for allowing me to address you all, and on a personal note from all of us on the dais and from those of us who are not on the dais, we love you and we will miss you in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju serves as the chairman and CEO of Great Lakes Institute of Management, one of India's leading business schools, where he spearheads its growth and innovation. He also co-founded Great Learning, an e-learning platform for working professionals to upgrade their competencies and succeed in the digital economy. Before this, he was the managing director India for Tiger Global. He also spent close to 10 years in the Silicon Valley, first as an entrepreneur, helping build a software as a service company called Stratify, now a division of Hewlett-Packard, HP, and then as a venture capitalist at Draper Fisher Jurvetson. Mr. Lakhamraju did his BTech in Computer Science from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, where he was the recipient of the Hughes Best Scholar Award, an MS in Computer Science from the University of California, Berkeley, where he was the recipient of the Regents Fellowship, and an MBA from Stanford Business School, where he was the recipient of the David Packard Fellowship. Our chairman, Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju, was awarded the Distinguished Alumni Award at IIT Bombay's 64th Foundation Day, recognizing him for his achievements and impact as an entrepreneur. Mr. Mohan's deep-seated commitment to education stems from his personal experience of its life-changing potential. Having personally witnessed the transformative abilities of quality education, he has made it his mission to provide similar impactful opportunities to others. His passion for this cause radiates through his work and accomplishments, making him a true inspiration in the realm of education and entrepreneurship. I would now like to invite our chairman, Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju, to share his words of wisdom and guidance to the esteemed graduates of 2024.
Good morning, everyone. First, let me extend a warm welcome and my gratitude to our chief guest, Ms. Meenakshi Nevatia, for gracing us on this occasion. And then let me congratulate all the graduates on this momentous occasion where you are getting the fruits of your labor for the last year or two and getting recognition for everything you've done. You haven't got it yet. So you listen to me carefully now. At the end of this ceremony, after you've gotten it, you can do whatever you want. On a more serious note, it's always my distinct pleasure to speak to you and see you all in these beautiful outfits and use this as an occasion to share some thoughts with you. Most of you may not remember them, even tomorrow, but hopefully they will make you think, for a few seconds, and maybe at some critical moments in your life in the future, if you feel like it, you can remember these. And I'm sharing a couple of thoughts, only two things I'll share. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of advice from a lot of people. And these have helped me a lot. So, first thing is taking ownership for your outcomes, owning your outcomes, taking responsibility for what happens to you. Okay, I see a lot of young folks not doing that and blaming something or the other, circumstances, a bad manager, a company, anything but taking ownership. And it's possible that many times there are other circumstances that come in your way. But what one often doesn't realize is that when you put responsibility on something else, on others, you are actually giving up your agency. You're giving up your control. You are actually disempowering yourself. You are giving away your own power. Whereas on the other hand, when you own the outcomes, you are empowering yourself. You are telling yourself that, okay, I am responsible for this. This happened because of things that I either did or did not do, and I can do something about it. Just this one little idea has actually been the foundation of so many decisions that I have taken in my life. Some of them have worked, some of them haven't. But I think I have never regretted any of them. One example I'll give you is that I could have been employee number 39 at Google. Okay, this was in 99. I got an offer to join them, I did not. Right? Never regretted that in my life. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I joined some others and started a company, and I've been fortunate to have had a phenomenal journey. People that I know, my contemporaries from graduate school who joined Google at that time, are senior vice presidents and billionaires right now. Right? I still do not regret that decision. It was my decision to take. Somebody did not impose that on me. In 2009, after the financial crisis, when I reflected and realized that I wasn't being true to myself, I wasn't having the impact that I came back to India to have, I decided to leave my job at that time as managing director at Tiger. It was, which a lot of my friends told me, a very dumb thing to do. I was living in Bombay, getting paid over $1 million in USD in India, and having a very comfortable life. Leaving that and starting on an entrepreneurial journey, for a lot of people sounded very stupid. A lot of my friends are still in the private equity industry. Most of them are running their funds right now. And if I had continued, maybe I would have been very successful by some measures of success. But I wouldn't have the fulfillment, the satisfaction, the joy that I have right now, the sense of accomplishment that I have right now. This is what I wanted. This is me being true to myself. I own that decision. I haven't regretted that for a second. These are just a couple of examples that I'm sharing with you from my experience. It will make you feel so much more in control, so much more empowered when you own your outcomes. Whatever happens to you, own it. That this happened because of choices that you made, decisions that you made, things that you did or things that you did not do. That will give you agency and give you a chance to do something about it. And the minute you give that power away to somebody, you are just a log flowing through the water without able to control your destiny. That's the first one. The second thought I want to share with you is in terms of how to think of your own progress, your own success, and time. I encounter a lot of young people as part of my professional life, and also in my personal life, a lot of people reach out for advice. And so what I'm sharing with you is at least what I think is something very practical, right? I'm not talking about something very high-minded ideals, but I find that, and this is generally true about humans, we are very demanding and aggressive when it comes to making assumptions about the short term, and very bad at visualizing or understanding or thinking about the long term. We over-index on the short term, have too much expectation from the short term, and under-index on the long term. Don't have enough expectations on the long term. Somehow this maybe came naturally to me. I always think in nothing less than 5-year intervals. Okay, so here's a tip. Things that are your goals, professional goals, where you see yourself, have that be long term. Do not measure what happens to you in the short term. I don't. I do measure my weight every week because I can do something about it. But do I measure what happens to us as an organization every 6 months? No, I don't. But what you can measure and should measure and evaluate yourself on the short term is what you do. Let me repeat that again. Evaluate and measure what happens to you, your goals or your success, where you see yourself in the long term, but measure what you do in the short term. Again, what you do is in your control. What you do is in your control. You can set goals for that, you can execute, you can do something about it. A couple of days back, in the Democratic National Convention in the US, Michelle Obama said this, do something. I love that. Do something. So have short-term goals about things that you can do something about. Building a capability. Getting yourself exposure to something. Making a certain connection. All of those are in your control. Getting a certain experience. But can you control necessarily what your designation will be or how much you earn? Those are not completely in your control. And trust yourself that if you do the parts that you can control very well, the things that you don't necessarily control will happen better than you expect. There is a very nice dialogue in Three Idiots. I can't say it in Hindi, but I'll say it in the translation. They say, pursue excellence, success will chase you, right? And pursuit of excellence is in your control. Success is what happens to you. That is not fully in your control. Other things have to happen for that. Sometimes it may take more time, sometimes it may take less time, there may be luck involved as well. But excellence is in your control. So set goals for yourself, getting better, what you can do short term. Be strict on yourself, be disciplined for yourself, be hard on yourself if you have to. But don't be hard on yourself for what happens. Like I see people at appraisal time coming to me and saying that, oh, my classmate has become a vice president, I'm still general manager. Is there something you can do by yourself to become general manager or to become vice president? No. The organization has to also agree with that. Well, the thing that you can do is quit and go somewhere else just because they're giving you the title. But that may be the worst decision for you to take at that time. And building competence and building excellence also takes time. So I'll tell you how I did this. So in my first startup, I was a technical co-founder. I used to code, I was an architect, I knew nothing about business. But I was interested in it. So I started doing things. I decided to research our competition and wrote a competitive analysis. Did somebody ask me to do it? I didn't. I just did it. The first time I did it, was it great? No, it wasn't. But I kept doing it till it became really, really good. I started writing product papers, position papers. Nobody asked me to do it. I did it anyway. So to the point where our CEO started involving me on the business side because they felt that I had something to offer. I didn't have to ask for it. I just had built the competence to do that. And after some time, I was doing business development. I was doing product marketing. I was doing sales. Same thing happened at Tiger. When I went to Tiger, I didn't have financial modeling skills. I was brought in to look at India. I learned those skills, and then I was looking at public markets. I was asked to look at public markets. I was able to expand the scope of what I was able to do. Even today, I am right now working on things that may not see success by the traditional measure of success for another 2 years. But we are making progress every month. I have been visualizing what will come in the future for a year now. Will it happen? Maybe, maybe not. But it's already happening in my mind. And I'm doing things about it. Right? So, to summarize, what happens to you, think about that in the longer term. What you can do, think about that in the short term. That will save you a lot of heartburn. It will make you feel empowered. It will make you feel in control. And it will actually engineer your growth in a way that will feel effortless. If you want to get a certain promotion, start doing what that position does right now. Nobody has to tell you to do that. Nobody has to, nobody has to recognize you for it. Doesn't matter. You just start doing it right now. You guys are in a certain function. You want to shift to another function. Start doing that work right now. Always give yourself time to be doing the thing now that you want in the future. Spend some time on that. So you build that competence, you demonstrate that competence, that's in your control. Whatever you want to happen will happen. It's only a matter of time. And for that, have patience, stick to it, and things will happen. Things will happen better than you expect. It has for me. Okay? And it has for me over 20 years. It's not 1 or 2 or 3 things. It has happened to me. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. Right? Nothing worth doing, nothing worth achieving is easy. Otherwise, everybody will do it. It will happen to everybody, right? So it's not going to be easy. Just be okay with that. So focus on what you can do, give yourself time, and all the things you want will happen. Those are the only 2 things I want to share with you today. I wish you all the very best from the bottom of my heart. Our blessings and best wishes are always with you. You will always be great Lakers. Believe in yourselves and make yourselves, your parents, and us proud. I take this opportunity to also thank all the parents who have supported these students all through and brought them here. You've done your job now. Now it's for your sons and daughters to do what they have to do, and you can watch their progress with pride and be cheerleaders and support them in that journey. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Meenakshi Nivetya is the country president and managing director for Pfizer India, effective April 3rd, 2023. In this role, her primary responsibility is to bring Pfizer back to growth in India. She is also on the executive committee of the OPPI. Ms. Meenakshi has a Master's of Business Administration in Strategy and Finance from the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and Bachelor of Science in Economics with Mathematics from Presidency College in Kolkata. Prior to joining Pfizer, Ms. Meenakshi had been the Managing Director of Stryker India. Stryker is a leading medical technology business. At Stryker, she was responsible for building Stryker's business strategy and setting up the organization for long-term sustainable growth in the Indian market. Prior to joining Stryker, she had a successful 15-year stint with Novartis, where she served in various sales, marketing, and business leadership positions across geographies. She started her career with McKinsey & Company, where she led various projects in the healthcare practice across several markets, including India, Singapore, US, and South Africa. It is with great pleasure that I extend a warm welcome to Ms. Nivetya to address the august gathering.
Very good, sorry, very good morning to everyone here, to the faculty of Great Lakes, to all the very proud parents that are sitting here, and most importantly, all of you incredible students. This is a huge milestone, and I just want to congratulate you for being in this position. I'm Meenakshi, and about 30 years ago, and you can see it from my gray hair, I was exactly in these shoes, the same as you are, right? Wearing this gown, getting convocated, if that's the right word. And I know the sense of thrill of starting out, in your lives, a bit of sadness as well, because student life is coming to an end, a lot of, nervousness of what the world is going to be, a bit of the pressure that your parents are, probably saying, now you need to get on and live yourself. And I guess most importantly, the excitement of fulfilling your dreams, of starting that incredible journey to your destiny. So I want to first say, first things first, just enjoy this moment, celebrate this moment, and I just want to, from all of us, I guess everyone here, give you a huge round of applause because this is a big milestone in your life. From me personally, a big thank you to Dr. Sanyal and Professor Jones for inviting me to this place. When they first called me, I was like, Dr. Sanyal, is it really me that you want to come and speak here? What am I going to tell these students? I mean, they're living in the current moment. They're living in this world. I mean, they know so much, right? And he encouraged me to come here. And then I started thinking, okay, what would you want to hear from me? What do I have to offer? It could be something really interesting. It could be some, mind-blowing stories. And then I thought maybe the best thing, what I can probably best do is just share some life learnings with you, some mistakes, some not so bad mistakes, and just share some of my stories. And hopefully from that, if you can see yourself in that situation, you'll take away something. So that's what I want to do in the next 10, 15 minutes, maybe just share some life stories, some life lessons, and see where that takes us. Yeah. So I think the first thing I will start with, my first life lesson, and it's probably not what you want to hear. It sounds really old-fashioned, but there is no substitute to hard work. I do want to start with that. And when I say hard work, I do not mean long hours. I don't mean late nights necessarily. I don't mean that you need to completely mess up your work-life balance. I don't mean that you need to make huge sacrifices. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the importance of giving whatever you do absolute best that you can do. I think that's what I define as hard work. And I think, Professor Jones talked about it. But it's really all about giving it your complete best. And I'll just share two stories with you. I think maybe it happened to you as well. When I joined IIM Ahmedabad, the thrill of joining was huge, right? You finally have got into this place, you walk in, and then you think life is going to be completely easy. And then you realize actually getting in was the easy part. Now it's really going to get tough. If you really want to, not just be top of your game, but if you want to just feel like you deserve this degree, you need to work really, really hard. So I think that's when it first started. Because for the first time I was surrounded by people who all thought that they were the best in what they were doing. Suddenly you're in this zone, and it's not about competition, it's about the energy that comes from everybody who's top of their game in something or the other. And then you realize, really, in order to just feel good about myself, I need to work hard. And work hard sometimes meant late nights. I was told you have the same course I did, which is, we called it WAC, Written Analysis and Communication. And we used to work the entire night, and we used to get it done. So that's where I realized, okay, it's going to take some effort to really stay focused. Is it not? Okay, sorry, I think there's some issue, but hopefully this is clear. So I think that's where it started. And then my first job was with McKinsey. Again, it was one of those day zero companies, and we didn't know as much about what you know when you're starting with industry. Our salaries were nothing compared to the average salaries Professor Jones talked about, but it was a day zero company. And honestly, in those days, if you got a job with McKinsey, you just took it, right? You didn't think too much. So that's what I did. I got a job, I was thrilled, I took it. And then again, you start and you realize, okay, getting in was the really easy part. Now it's all about what you put in. And the reason I'm just sharing this with you is because, you know, the importance of just putting in your absolute best, the importance of feeling every minute that you've not left any stone unturned to deliver whatever you do. And I've really taken that to heart now, whether it's about being a mother, whether it's being about being a daughter, whether it's about being a wife, whether it's about being the Pfizer MD, whatever the job is, because we all wear many jobs, many hats. I think that mindset that I have to give it my absolute best, and I think you talked a little bit about it. Don't worry so much about the outcome. It's what you can do, and what you can do is give it your best. So I think that's my first life lesson. Don't call it hard work, because that sounds very boring. Just call it giving it your best. But I think there is no escape from that. And the more you give, the more you will get. So that's what I want to first start. I think my second life lesson I'll talk about, again, maybe not something you want to hear, is that failure and success are pretty much two sides of the same coin. You cannot get one without the other. They have to come together, and you have to embrace it. And again, I'll share a little story with you, but then, you know, it's really about both coming together. This was my first, this was my first country role. It was in Barcelona, in Spain. Again, very exciting times, because I was appointed to head the Novartis business, April 2011. But within a month, 3 things happened. We had a huge quality issue, which meant about 20% of my portfolio was suddenly, we had to recall it. The second thing was Spain at that time, 2011, was going through a huge recession. So I was seeing the hit of that. It was Spain and Portugal, both were going through recession. And the third thing that happened was regulations changed. The pharmaceutical industry is very regulated. And suddenly a lot of the products that I had were going off reimbursement, as we call it, meaning the government was no longer going to pay for it. So in my 4th month, my business size was about 50% the size that I started with. And you know what that does is it shakes you up. None of these were things that I was directly responsible for, but they were happening under my watch. And that sense that, oh, maybe this was my first MD position and I've totally messed up. The sense that maybe I was not the right person to do this job. The sense that have they made a huge mistake, and have I made a huge mistake? And the biggest sense that, oh my God, where is this going to go? Have I completely, after having this so-called successful life, now suddenly I'm in this pit? And I think that was probably my biggest moment of learning that I've ever had, because you realize the importance of, believing in yourself. You may not know the answers, but the importance of believing in yourself. You realize the importance of reaching out to ask for help of people who actually know more than you, and building that, system around you that can really help you. And you also realize the importance of thinking ahead and not looking back. And I think, honestly, I will tell you, and this is not just because I'm here talking to you in a convocation, the amount you can learn from an experience that has gone wrong is significantly higher. And until you take those risks, until you try new things, knowing that you might fail, you are not going to be able to succeed at the same rate that you dreamed when you walk out of Great Lakes, right? So I'd highly encourage you to embrace the idea that you're going to fail many times. And fail does not mean failure. You're just going to maybe not, it's not going to work the first time around. But 2 requests, don't let that get you down, because you are in that position because you have a lot to give. And most importantly, learn from it and move to the next milestone, because I think that's really what we can do about our lives, right? So that's my second life lesson. They both come, failure and success. And the more you fail, the more you'll succeed. The more you try new things, the more you'll get closer to your dream. So would highly encourage you to enter the world with that mindset. And with that, there is a corollary as well. Don't judge people who are in that moment not looking like they are succeeding, because tomorrow they could be the biggest success story. So I think that same lesson that applies to you also applies to how you are going to judge people. So that's my second life lesson. My third life lesson is, again, maybe not something you want to hear today. I'm full of things you don't want to hear. But my third life lesson is that growth is not always upwards. Growth is not always a promotion. Don't confuse promotion with growth. Growth comes in many, many shapes and forms. And sometimes your biggest growth can be something that you actually never expected. And again, I'll share my story with you. I joined McKinsey, like I said, you feel pretty good about yourself when you get that day zero job. I spent almost 8 years with McKinsey, and at the end I was like an associate partner. And then I joined Novartis in industry. And I had 2 very good years in a strategic role. But my CEO, the global CEO, is one of the best people I've ever worked with or had the fortune to see in action, a gentleman called Thomas Ebeling. I was in this group of people that he was mentoring, and he called me one day to his office and he said, I need you to go and do a sales job. So I said, okay, so you mean I have to head a sales team? He said, no, you're going to be the sales rep. And I was like, but Thomas, I'm heading strategy for the cardiovascular business and you want me to go and become a sales rep? And he said, yes, that's what I'm telling you. You haven't heard wrong. That's what I'm asking you to do. You need to go and do a sales job in the UK, because that was the only language I spoke, English. And so sitting in Europe, that was the only country. And I obviously thought, this is either I'm on the way down or something has happened. Like suddenly, why am I going to do this? Anyway, I took his advice because there was no option really. It wasn't like I was very wise. I just took his advice because he was CEO. And then I went and did this sales role in the UK. It was about a year. It was selling medicines in hypertension and diabetes. It was going from doctor to doctor, trying to sell our products. And I can tell you again, honestly, this was in 2006. It was my biggest growth experience. It was my biggest learning experience, because suddenly you are stripped out of all those degrees, you're stripped out of all those credentials, you're stripped out of all the history and things that you feel is there in your CV, and it's you, your doctors and your products, and you need to make them sell. And it's very, very clear if you're succeeding or not, because the sales will either increase or decrease. And just that experience till today, that idea that, when you're out there on your own without all the, what you feel is the credibility and the credentials, and if you can do well in that zone, you can probably do well anywhere else. And till today, I find whatever job I've done, whether it was Novartis, Stryker, Pfizer, their ability to relate to the salesperson, because they know I've done their job, makes a huge difference. Because suddenly you're speaking their language, suddenly you understand where they're coming from, suddenly you understand their vulnerabilities, their insecurities, and it's completely different. And the reason I share this story is because on a normal CV, if I were to write Head of Cardiovascular Strategy, Novartis Global, next role, sales rep, UK, just in the periphery of London, you would have thought this is a career going in the complete opposite direction. That's how we end up judging, right? We judge people based on what was the last move you made. But for me, and for me personally, it was probably the best move I made. It was absolutely not upwards. It was not even horizontal. It was probably downwards by many steps. It was only a 1-year rotation. So he gave me that confidence that he's making me do it for 1 year, and my job, my title, my grade, everything is protected. So maybe it was an easy way to do it. But honestly, it was the best experience. And the reason I'm sharing this story with you is, we often get caught up in promotions, in cycles. I was in that space as well in McKinsey, that if you didn't get promoted in 2 years, it was not a good thing. And maybe it's the right thing when you're starting out. You do want to see that progress. But as you grow, as you mature, the learnings you will get from doing all kinds of experiences, from collecting those experiences in your bag, is going to be absolutely phenomenal. You will learn a lot. And when you get that big job that you're dreaming for, you'll have all those tools in your armamentarium to rely on and to make success happen. So again, highly encourage you to think about growth very differently. And again, back to the second lesson, try new things. Don't close doors just because it doesn't look like a promotion, because you don't know where the next source of learning is going to come from. I guess my fourth one, and I don't have too many more, but my fourth one, I think some of my previous speakers kind of alluded to it, is the importance of listening to yourself, to being honest with yourself, to knowing what really your inner voice is telling you. And I've made a few mistakes many times ignoring that inner voice. And my biggest mistake was, I was in McKinsey. It was my second last project there was actually with the Ministry of Health in Botswana. It was meant to be a 3-month project, became a 1-year project. And by far, I've done many jobs, but by far it was the best project I've ever done. And it was the biggest impact we had because we walked in thinking we were going to roll out AIDS treatment, but what we realized is that 45% of the Botswana country was HIV positive. None of them they were not even aware of it because the stigma of HIV was so high that people were not getting tested. And if you don't know it, then there's no way you're going to get treatment. And in fact, it was, we talked about COVID. This was a pandemic of manic proportion. Imagine 45% of the population HIV positive. And so the project completely changed. Many things happened. But that 1 year was the most life-changing year for me. And then I came back to McKinsey, South Africa, and back to the normal job, which was, client development, presentations, PowerPoints. And I started becoming extremely, I didn't enjoy it anymore. I became a little bit cynical about so many presentations we are making. It's not really making a difference. I started becoming a little bit cynical about the kind of, fees we are charging for work that maybe the company could do themselves. But I stayed at it, because I just thought, okay, I'm just being a little bit idealistic. This is not right, just stay there. And until I got this phone call from, somebody who knew me from McKinsey, he was in Novartis, and he called and said, well, actually, I believe you've had this project experience. Now you know what the real world is like. Come and join Novartis. So had it not been for that phone call, I probably would have just stayed there, stayed in trying to do things that I was not enjoying. But that phone call changed it, right? Because suddenly, it was like, oh, maybe I can do that. And since then, I've never looked back. So I have huge respect for consultants in McKinsey because all my learning came from there. But after that one project, that was not the place for me because I felt like but I did not listen to my voice. I'm reasonably smart. I must know what I want to do. But no, I didn't listen to it. I ignored it. I thought I was in the right place until that outsider phone call came, right? So I just urge you to really listen to yourself. In corporate language, we call it authenticity. But in real world, it's just about being honest with yourself. What are your strengths? What do you enjoy? What do you love? Where do you get energy? Where do you get passion? And find that in your job, because otherwise it's going to take a lot of effort. It won't be so much fun, and you won't enjoy the ride, which can be a beautiful journey. So that would be my fourth lesson, to really listen to your inner voice. You know much better what you want than anyone else. But half the time we don't listen to that voice, right? So I'd really urge you to do that. And as many of you are probably placed. I understand you've all been in the real world now 3-4 months and you're coming back to school. But use this moment to reflect, what do I want to do? And is where I am right now really taking me into that situation. My fifth life lesson, and I only have, my fifth and my sixth, 2 more. And I think there again, people who spoke before talked to you about it, Professor Jones talked about it, is investing in people and relationships. And I was joking with some of your faculty, right, that when I was in Ahmedabad, my OB courses, my HR courses wasn't the most exciting course for me. I loved the finance, the math, the OR, it was the marketing. But the OB and HR, okay, we just have to do it, so let's do it. But on hindsight, and when I look back at what some of the yes, I learned a lot of finance, I learned a lot of models and things like that. But the biggest learning in life, and maybe I didn't pay enough attention in my OB course, but the biggest learning in life is really how to work with people, how to interact with people, how to follow people, how to lead people, how to motivate people. That's what really all our jobs is about. I might have an MD title, but effectively anyone in leadership role is effectively an HR person, because that's what it is all about. It's all about people. It's all about relationships. And there's one quote, I don't know how many of you have heard of, she's an amazing author, Maya Angelou. I don't know if you've read. If you've not, you must try to read. And she has this one quote which says, I've learned that people will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And that is so, so, so true. It's all about how you make people around you feel when they're with you. And I want to share 2 stories. I think one that happened to me and one that I then learned and did myself. The first thing that happened to me was, again, this was in my UK role. I was in a business unit leadership role. And then I moved to this, slightly different, it was like leading a function. And I was 3 months pregnant, but you know how it is, and our Indian parents will always tell us, till the 12th week, you don't tell anybody you're pregnant. Until you have to, you don't tell anyone you're pregnant, right? So I was in that zone. I was about 10 weeks. I hadn't told anyone, at work, I mean. And then she gave me this call, and she said, Meenakshi, I want you to come back and lead this huge launch that's coming up. And I had no option but to tell her. And I said, so I don't think I can do that. And she said, why? This is the biggest thing happening to Novartis. And I said, no, Sue, I'm 10 weeks pregnant. And she was like, so I said, no, I'm 10 weeks pregnant and I'm going to have a baby. And she was not married. She had different sexual preferences. So she was never going to have a baby, right? So I said, so you don't understand. I'm going to have a baby. It's going to come in a few weeks. So 9 months from now, I'm going to be very busy. So I can't do this because the launch is planned for, a year down the line. And she said, Meenakshi, the whole world has babies. Like, it's not such a big deal. Just get on with life. And I was thinking, God, this person is so insensitive. She doesn't get it. And then she said, I said, no, Sue, you don't understand. I'm going to be gone. From my 8th month, I'm going to take leave. And then I'm going to take a maternity leave. And I want to come back. And she said, Meenakshi, but you're here from now till the 8th month. That's 5 more months. So what's the problem? And we anyway talked about it. I thought she was the most insensitive manager, where the story is going. And then finally she was like, what she told me, I will never forget. She said, I'd rather have 5 months of you being pregnant than 1 year of somebody else. So just put the phone down, get on with it, come back to office, and let's get started. And I cannot tell you that story that was when, 2007. My son was born in April, so this must have been 2006, June, August, September, right? And I cannot ever forget that story because it was, in that moment, she made me feel so good about myself. There was no praise. She didn't say anything good. But that one sentence that I'd rather have 5 months of you than 1 year of anyone else was just it. And I am now, anything she says or ever, I will always do for her because, it was just that moment of how she made me feel about myself. And that was not just, she always did that, right? So I'm just sharing with you is because sometimes, I was on the receiving end, but you can be on the giving end of that kind of feeling. And so 2 years later, we were going through a restructure. There was a person working with me, her name was Marie, and I had to make her job redundant. And at some point, you will have to do this, and you are going to feel horrible about it. And if you don't feel horrible, there's something wrong with you, because when you have to get rid of someone, it should feel horrible, right? So I was in that zone. I was feeling really bad. And so I got her into the room. We had the conversation. I explained to her the whole restructure. And then I told her in no uncertain terms, I said, Mary, I'm extremely sorry. I'm apologetic. I'm feeling horrible about this. But unfortunately, your role is redundant. And then we had the conversation, and then we, helped her, but we couldn't find something, and then she left. And after that, she's been one of my closest friends ever. I thought this was a relationship that's completely ruptured. And the reason we became friends is she came and told me that, Meenakshi, you were going to give me bad news, but I could feel the way you spoke to me that that it was a tough decision for you, that you were feeling horrible about it, you were not being very clinical. And it was just my little bit of giving back to make someone feel good in a very horrible moment. And I share this with you is because, honestly, this is what leadership, this is what corporate world, this is what personal, this is what motherhood, this is what anything is all about, is how do you make people feel in the moment when you're working with them, interacting with them, whether it's your personal life, your professional life, it's all about that feeling. So again, would highly encourage you to think about it, to think about relationships, to think about the network you're building, to think about the support system you're building, and to think about what you're going to give back to them, because you can only lead if people want to follow you, and people will only want to follow you if you make them feel good about themselves. So think about it, and I would encourage you to. It's not something you have to wait to do 5 years later. You can do it from day one in your jobs, whether you're working with seniors, with peers. Competition does not mean you have to make someone else look small to look good. Competition means you need to look good by making others look good, and that's something I would encourage you to reflect on. And my last lesson, I think this is, you all have heard of, he's probably one of the best investors in the world, Warren Buffett. And he says that when he's hiring people, he looks for three things: intelligence, industry, which means energy really, and integrity. And I just want to close on that topic of integrity. And again, I'll share a small story with you. This was in the UK, in India we cross roads when you can, right? In the UK, you cross roads when the guy is green on the traffic light, so you cross roads then. And I was with my son, he was 3, and it was a long wait, and it was it was still red. The man on the light was red. There was absolutely no car. Okay, it was completely deserted. And I told Arjun, my son, I said, Arjun, let's go. And he said, but Mama, the man is red. I said, doesn't matter. There's nobody here. We can cross the road. There's no car. He said, but I said, there's no one watching. And then he said, but Mama, I'm watching. I'm watching you. And it was like such a wake-up call for me, because, it's, and I think when you hear this saying, right, integrity is about doing the right thing when no one is watching you. That was my own personal example of trying to cross a road when there was a red light and no cars, but my son didn't let me. But the reason I share this with you is probably this is the most underrated value, but the most important value that you are going to have to live up to when you leave an institution like Great Lakes, is that feeling of doing the right thing. It's that feeling of never taking shortcuts. Being smart and finding quick solutions is not shortcuts. When I say shortcuts, I mean trying to bend the rules, trying to find some way that you can avoid doing something because you don't like to do it. Whatever is your own personal definition of shortcut, there'll be many temptations in life. There'll be many opportunities where you'll feel I can, cut corners on this, that, or the other. But once you do it, even if no one else knows, you know. And I think that feeling will stay with you, and at some point you will have a sleepless night. So I think if there's only one thing you take away from your entire convocation experience, that would be my most important thing. That it never pays off to do the wrong thing, and it always pays off to do the right thing. It may not look like worth it in the short term, but it will absolutely be worth it in the medium and long term, because when you look at yourself in the mirror, you will feel good about yourself, you'll sleep well at night, and you will know that you've not done anything wrong. And that is far more valuable than any title, any grade, any designation, any amount of salary. So I think with that would be really my last closing thought, is you are at that moment in life, at that real juncture in life where you're going to go into a whole new world. You're going to achieve huge things. You must dream big, you must be bold, you must chart out your own destiny. But remember a few things. Accept failure, be kind to people, respect people, build your own support system, and most importantly, just focus on doing what you think is right. So with that, huge congratulations for being in this moment. And all the very, very best for an extremely bright future, and I'm sure you will make the name and the brand of Great Lakes become even bigger and brighter in the real world. So good luck, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, ma'am. Your insights are most appreciated. I now request our chairman to take approval from the Academic Council to present the certificates. I now request our chairman to take approval from the Academic Council to present the certificates.
Does it please the members of the academic committee to approve the award of the certificates of the institute to the candidates who have become eligible to receive them at this convocation?
I would kindly request our chief guest, Ms. Nevatia, and our chairman, Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju, to come forward and present the certificates to the graduates. I also hereby call upon the program director, Dr. Purnima Gupta, to present the PGDM 22-24 graduates.
PGDM students, please rise. The candidates will individually receive their certificates from the chief guest as I call out their names and then return to their respective seats. I'm happy to present Ayushi Garg and 267 other participants who have been examined and found qualified for the postgraduate diploma in management, and request the Great Lakes Institute of Management to confer the diploma to them.
By the powers given to me by Great Lakes Institute of Management, I hereby confer the PGDM certificates on you, and I charge you that in your life, by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it.
Ayushi Garg, who's graduating magna cum laude. She also featured in the chairman's medal list in term 5. Abhinav Venkat Shankar, he featured in the merit list term 6. Advika Todi, Akanksha Prasad, Akshit Garg, he featured in the chairman's merit list in term 4, 5, and 6. Aman Nagar, Ishika Gupta, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 1, 2, and 4. Janvi Dwivedi, she featured in the merit list of term 1, 5, and 6. Kirti Sharma, she featured in the merit list of term 2, 4, and 6. Ankit Nair, Palak Jain, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 5. Ria Alwani, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 2, 3, and 4. Shreya Thakur, she featured in the chairman's merit list 2, 4, and 6. Anushka Yadav, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 6. Wait. Janvi. Janvi Arora, she featured in the merit list in term 4 and 5. Janil Rajesh Rita. Kanishka Agarwal, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 2, 5, and 6. Kumar Abhishek, Mohammad Rabeen. He featured in the chairman's merit list of 1, 3, 5, and 6, and also the domain topper in marketing. Muskan Bansal, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 1. Nikita Gumber, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 1 and 6. Parul Gupta, Priyanshi Arora, she featured in the chairman's merit list term 4 and 6. Ritvik Killa, Ramya Rathod, Sanskriti Gupta, Sunidhi, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 2 and also participated in a lot of international competitions and got us a lot of accolades. Tyasa Sarkar, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 4 and 5. Yatharth Bansal. Abhishek Tripathi, he featured in the chairman's merit list in term 2. Aman featured in the chairman's list of 4 and 5. Divya Mahesh, she featured in the chairman's list in term 5. Nishtha Dokania, she featured in the chairman's merit list in term 2. Ratika Sharma. Ratika featured in the chairman's merit list in term 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ritvik Saha, he featured in the chairman's merit list in term 1 and 5. Sarthak Jain featured in the merit list in term 1 and 5. Sehaj Sofat. Gautam Harbola. Vinay Biani, he featured in the chairman's list in term 4 and 5. Akanksha Jain, featured in the merit list in term 2 and 4. Aanchal Kamani, featured in the merit list in term 5. Jayanta Day, featured in merit list in term 4 and 6. Lakshay Khurana, merit list in term 1. Mansi Mangla. Muskan Huria, featured in Chairman's list in term 1, 4, and 6. Nishad Jamil, featured in Chairman's merit list in term 2. Anshul Sharma. Prateek Saraf, he featured in the Chairman's merit list in 2, 4, and 6. Sayani Saha, she featured in the merit list in term 1. Shreya Sood, she featured in the merit list in term 5. Tanvi Jain. Yashvi Rajesh, she featured in the Chairman's merit list in term 5. Now, students graduating cum laude. Akanksha Paliwal. Animesh Jha. Anjali Singh. Palak Manocha. Arjun Shilotri. Asmit Silhare. Sai Harsh. Kamya Lohani. Kanishka Mittal. Karan Ketan. Nimish Nilesh Joshi. Ritesh Sharma. Shobhit Singh. He featured in the Chairman's merit list in term 6. Shruti Venkatesh. Shruti Venkatesh. Vyakhya Kesarwani. Yash Ravindra Schiller. Aditi Verma. Adya Sethi. She also featured in the Chairman's merit list in term 5. Ansh Verma. Anshik Mehra. He featured in the Chairman's merit list in term 6. Anupama, Apekshit Ghosh, Ashish Goyal, Deepak Sahu, Devansh Kumar, Devansh Rajgaria, Mansi Gupta, she also featured in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 6. Mayuk Chakravarti, Mridul Vashisht, Muskan Agarwal, Nayan Nasa, he featured in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 6. Piyush Jha, Ruhi Gupta, she featured in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 5. Romansh Gulzarilal Mahavarkar, he featured in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 5. Srishti Sharma, Siddharth Jain, everybody getting tired and clapping? Sudiksha Gupta, Abhinav Saxena, Aanchal Gupta, Anindya Raj, Anushka Singh, Ayushi Jaiswal, Aniket Singh, Ishita Singhal, Kartikeya Agnihotri, Kartikeya featured in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 6. Muskan Sharma, Nidhi Bhati, also a student council member. Nikita Khanna, Pranav MS, Prateek Ranjan Bohidar, Sakshi Pandey, Shivi Gupta, Saurabh Singh Sikarwar, Shri Sundar S. He also featured in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 6. Sujit S. Tarun Nima. Vedika Khemka. Yashi Jain. Akshay Pratap Singh. He featured in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 4. Aniket Chakrabarti, featuring his Chairman's Merit list in Term 4. Dhwani Khushalni, featuring in Merit list in Term 6. Kartikeya Goswami, Kaushik Karthikeyan, Kaushik Gopala Krishnan Raman, Mehak Gupta, featuring in Chairman's Merit list in Term 5. Kunal Baheti, Navneet Nair, featuring in Chairman's Merit list in Term 5. Rima Datta, Rosemary Job, Shivani Jha, Shubham Chauhan, Shubham Kumar, Shravani Tumalapalli, Sujay Jadhav, featuring in the Chairman's Merit list in Term 5, also STUCO member. Umang Agarwal, now I call out the students graduating. May I request Dr. Sanyal to come up. Dr. Sanyal, the chairman can rest for a few minutes. So students graduating, Aditya Verma. Amritanshu Ghosh Dasidar. Daksh Parlia. Harshvardhan Chaudhary, featuring in merit list in term 5. Himanshu, featuring in chairman's merit list in term 6. Ishani Chaudhary. Ishika Jain. Lokesh Singh Hussain. Muskan Agarwal. Noor Gupta. Payal. Prabhat Kumar Maurya. Priyanka Shrivastava. Purvit Sanjay Bhai Kunt. Rohit Kumar Dikshit. Shivansh Vatsayanan. Shreya Verma. Shubh Rathi. Shubham Rajuka. Simarpreet Singh Sarchar. Stuti Gulati. Vaibhav Khanna. Yash Agarwal. Yash Agarwal. Anushka Raj. Ashutosh Agarwal, Vaibhav Singh, Garima Sharma, Gaurav Jain, Janardhan Anar, Kanchan Agarwal, Keshav Kumar Agarwal, last में last. Kinnaur Pal, Krishan Kumar, Krishan Singh Dosad, Naman Saxena, Parth Putani, Prachi Mishra, Pranjal Gupta, Prerit Ranjan, Rishika Agarwal, Rishika Verma, Ma'am, are you tired? Do you want to rest for some time? Can I request Gautam to please present, and while she can rest for a few minutes. Shamik Ghosh, Shubhi Makijani, Siddhant Verma, Sugnik Saha, Sumit Shivpal Rathi, Vinay Mantha, Adar Jain, Abhishek Pratap Singh, Anirvan Jena, Anune Krishna, Anune Krishna, Atharv Gosavi, Chakshu Bhatia, again a member of our student council. Divyaraj Singh, Gajanan Singh, Harshit Yadav, finally, Kartik Ketan, Harsimran Kaur, Karan Kodwani, Khushi Garg, Khushi Rastogi, Namrata Tripathi, Palak Jaiswal, Rintu Adhikari, so we know who the popular students are. Shaunak Kulkarni, Shivani Agarwal, Shreya Shukla, again a popular member, Siddharth Khobragade, Tanya Gupta, Tripti Garg, Tushar Bhardwaj, Vidhan Saxena, Saundarya Lakshmi, Ayush Raj, Ayush Rai, Abhinav Kumar, Adarsh Mittal, Anurag Agarwal, Avleen Kaur, featured in the Chairman's Merit List in Term 4. Venkatesh, Deepta Kumar, Harshita Chaurasia, Kana Singh, Kriti Shukla, Anurag Mago, Parul Kataria, Pramit Sur, Rishabh Ghoshal, Saloni Garg, she featured in the Chairman's Merit List in Term 6. Students, can you please be on your seats? You are blocking the way. Saloni Simran. Samarth Garg. Samriddhi. Samia Krunwal. Sairi Datta. Shivani Yadav. Abhishek Sachan. Yatin Arora. Shraddha Prakash. Thank you. Please remain standing.
Thank you, ma'am, and congratulations. I kindly request the Director, PGCM, Dr. Jones Matthew, to present the PGCM graduates.
By the powers given to me by Great Lakes Institute of Management, I hereby confer the PGDM certificates on you, and I charge you that in your life, by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it. You can sit down. You can sit down.
I kindly request the Director, PGCM, Dr. Jones Matthew, to present the PGCM graduates.
PGCM 23-24. The candidates will individually receive their certificates from the chief guest as I call their names and then return to their seats. I'm happy to present Marathe Abhidnya Prabodh and 78 other participants who have been examined and found qualified for the postgraduate certificate in management, and request the Great Lakes Institute of Management to confer the diploma on them. Marathe Abhidnya Prabodh, Chairman's Merit List in Term 3, 4, 5, and 6, and she is also the joint domain topper in the digital strategy area. Rane Anand Rajesh, Avinash Sahu, Chairman's Merit List in Terms 1, 2, and 3. Deepak Kumar S., Chairman's Merit List in Term 1. Nami Jain is recognized for outstanding contribution to the Student Council as a STUCO. Pallavi Rai, Chairman's Merit List in Terms 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Jagade Prashant Prakash, Chairman's Merit List in Term 2, 4, 5, and 7. And he's the domain topper in the Analytics AI ML area. Pratyay Datta, Ritu Gupta, Chairman's Merit List in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And she is the joint domain topper in the digital strategy area. Shobhan Mukherjee, Chairman's Merit List in Term 3. Paludev Vaibhav Tukaram, Chairman's Merit List in Term 6. Vanshaj Rai, Chairman's Merit List in Term 1. Khandavali SSJ Vasisht. Those were the students who graduated magna cum laude. Students graduating with cum laude: Amit Kumar Mondal, Anuj Sharma, who is recognized for outstanding contribution to the Student Council as a STUCO, Atmiya Sarkar, Chairman's Merit List in terms 4 and 7. Faiz Ali, Chairman's Merit List in term 5. Gaurav Bhatia. Ishank Rastogi. Nigam Jha, who is the domain topper in the finance area. Pramukh Shankar N, Chairman's Merit List in term 5. Rishabh Mukherjee, Chairman's Merit List in terms 4 and 7. Sandeep Y. Shikha Verma, who is the domain topper in the marketing area. Khandagale Srushti Prasad. Subhashish Patnaik. Sudiksha Sukirti. Tanya Mehra, Chairman's Merit List in term 1. Vivek T. M. Anish. Rishabh Srivastav. Anish Mishra. Singh Ashish Tribhuvan Narayan. Ashish Mishra. Chandra Prakash. Daksh Gupta. Devesh Kumar Singh. Gaurisha Singh. Harsh Bansal. Hani Lakshman Shivkani. Mauryan Bharti. Prajwal Pandey. Prasanjit Mohanty, Pratham Goyal, Ravi Raman Sharad, Ruchika Saraugi, Sashwat Mukherjee, Soumya Pokhriyal, Shreyansh Sinha, Shubham Sharma, Siddharth Singh, Dola Srinivas, Shubham Datta, Sakpal Abhishek Ganesh, Aman Anshuman, Anuj Singh, Ayan Kumar Bera, Ayushi Singh, Chairman's List, Term 6, Sumedha Kalra, Garima Arora, Muskan Jindal, Anjali Jalan, Rishabh Kumar Roy, Utkarsh Kumar Tiwari, Onkar Ranjan, Pushpak Garg, Srishti Tikhe, Aditi Agarwal, Nilesh Ghosh, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I request the chairman to confer the certificates to them.
By the powers given to me by Great Lakes Institute of Management, I hereby confer the PGPM certificates on you, and I charge that you, in your life, by word and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations. I now request all the graduates to please settle down. I would like to invite Dr. Purnima Gupta, the Director PGDM, to announce the names of the PGDM prize winners. I would also like to invite our chairman and Dr. Sanyal to kindly award the medals to the outstanding students.
So the Dr. Bala V. Balachandran Gold Medal for Academic Excellence for the year 2022-24. Any guesses? Ratika Sharma. This award carries a cash prize of rupees 1 lakh. So as expected, she topped in all the 6 terms and showed consistent performance. Congratulations, Ratika. So the gold medal for the the chairman's best outstanding student, unfortunately he's not here, is awarded to, any guesses? Anant Joshi, but he was not able to come here today. So thank you. We'll have the PGCM certificates now.
May I now request the PGCM Director, Dr. Jones Matthew, to announce the names of the PGCM prize winners.
The Dr. Bala V. Balachandran Gold Medal for Academic Excellence for the academic year 23-24 is awarded to Ritu Gupta. This award carries the cash prize of rupees 100,000. The chairman's gold medal for best outgoing student for academic year 23-24 is awarded to Pallavi Rai. This award also carries the cash prize of rupees 100,000. Professor? Live project. It's my pleasure to announce the winners of the Best Live Project Award. Atmiya Sarkar, Rishabh Mukherjee, Ritu Gupta, Shikha Verma. Hold on, hold on. Atmiya, just wait. Ritu. Ritu, please step up. Shikha. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. May I request our chairman, Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju, to sign the register, the official record of the certificates granted.
Now it's official.
I would like to invite our principal, Dr. Jones Matthew, to administer the pledge to the graduating batch of PGDM 2022-24 and PGCM 2023-24. I ask all graduating students to stand up for the pledge.
Please repeat after me. We, the graduates of Great Lakes Institute of Management, Gurgaon, hereby pledge that we shall, in thought, word, and deed, be scrupulously honest and strive for excellence in everything we do. Drawing from the vision, courage, and wisdom developed at our institute, we shall uphold our dignity, professional ethics, moral character, and the honor of our institute as we serve our profession, society, and nation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. At this juncture, I kindly ask our chairman, Mr. Mohan Lakhamraju, to present the memento to the chief guest. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request the chairman to declare the convocation closed?
I declare the convocation closed.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Smita Mazumdar to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you. One more piece before the convocation formally gets closed. We become the informal one. Dignitaries on the days, chief guest for the day, Honorable Ms. Meenakshi Nevatia, Country President and Managing Director, Pfizer India. Chairman, Great Lakes Institute of Management and founder and CEO of Great Learning, Mr. Mohan Lakham Raju. Chief Operating Officer, Great Lakes Institute of Management, Mr. Gautam Lakham Raju. Principal and Head of Institute, Great Lakes Institute of Management, Gurgaon, Dr. Jones Matthew. Program Directors, Dr. V.P. Singh, Dr. Purnima Gupta. Advisor to the Chairman and former Director, Great Lakes Institute of Management, Dr. Debashish Sanyal. Other dignitaries of the days, respected faculty colleagues, members of the staff, guests from the corporate world and the academic fraternity, media representatives, proud parents, and our beloved students of the graduating class of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks today at this special occasion of our convocation ceremony of the batch of 2024. On behalf of the graduating batch, faculty, and staff at Great Lakes Institute of Management, Gurgaon, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has contributed in making this day and event possible and memorable. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest appreciation to our chief guest, Ms. Meenakshi Nevatia, for gracing this ceremony with your esteemed presence. Your academic and professional journey and achievements are truly inspirational, and we are deeply honored to have you here today. Your presence here is extra special to us because you're the first ladies CEO to grace our convocation. Thank you, ma'am. She shared 6 major life lessons that she's learned from her personal and professional experiences. Let me highlight them for you. She spoke that there is no substitute for hard work and advised us to accept failure because success and failure are 2 sides of the same coin. Success will accompany failure sooner or later. She also pointed out that growth is not necessarily only upwards. It can come from any side, and it can be of any shape or size. She further advised us to listen to our own inner voice because we know ourselves the best. And as we embark on our professional and personal journeys, we should remember her advice of investing in people and relationships and carve out our path with integrity, since there are no shortcuts in life. Your inspiring words, ma'am, of wisdom and invaluable insights have not only enlightened us, but also motivated our graduating students to aim higher and strive for excellence in their future endeavors. Ma'am, this day will be etched in the memories of all of us, and especially the batch of 2024, not just because of the occasion, but also because of your speech and because of the speaker. Thank you. A special thank you to our chairman, Mr. Mohan Lakham Raju, for your unwavering support and visionary leadership. Your guidance has been instrumental in shaping the direction and success of our institution. Your advice today was on 2 points. 1, taking ownership of what we do. And secondly, he asked us to think long-term, but work towards things that we can control, and those are generally achievable in the short term. Because when you work for the short term, automatically the long term falls in place. These are very valuable words of advice, which our students will remember. Thank you, sir. Our heartfelt thanks to Chief Operating Officer, Great Lakes Institute of Management, Mr. Gautam Lakham Raju, and his team for their sustained commitment in planning and maintaining key processes and infrastructure that help us to deliver superior outcomes for all our stakeholders. Your relentless efforts towards admissions and outreach activities to ensure the right talent is admitted and subsequently placed in meaningful careers is deeply appreciated. Thank you. I would also like to extend our sincere gratitude to our former director and now the advisor to the chairman, Dr. Debashish Sanyal. Your legacy continues to inspire us. Your leadership, dedication, and passion have been instrumental in the success of our institute over the last few years. Your positivity and that infectious laughter always brings a sense of cheerfulness in the corridors, meeting rooms, and even the classrooms. The graduating batch and all of us are grateful to you for everything and will keep seeking your advice every now and then as you transition into a new role. Thank you, sir. To our principal and head of the institute, Dr. Jones Matthew, thank you for your leadership and commitment to the for academic excellence. The graduating students, particularly the PGPM batch, will always cherish you for your mentorship, support, and guidance throughout their journey at Great Lakes. We are grateful for your efforts in fostering a culture of continuous improvement as we commit to excellence in teaching, research, and student learning outcomes. Thank you. A special note of thanks goes to our program directors, Dr. Purnima Gupta and Dr. VP Singh, too, for their leadership, guidance, and sustained pursuit in delivering high-quality learning outcomes for the class of 2024. Take a bow, ma'am, sir. Thank you. A big thank you to my faculty colleagues who have been the backbone of our institution. Your passion for teaching, your dedication in nurturing the minds of our students, and your commitment to academic excellence have made this journey possible. You have not only imparted knowledge, but have also instilled values and ethics in our students, preparing them to be responsible leaders of tomorrow. Thank you. We are honored to have guests from the industry and academia with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds that we have built over the years, and we deeply appreciate your support and partnership. Thank you for joining us and for your continuous collaborations in enriching the learning experiences of our students. Our sincere gratitude to the entire Career Counseling Services team led by Ms. Shailaja Sharma. Your dedication and commitment in grooming and coaching our students and identifying suitable career opportunities for them is deeply appreciated. You have indeed played a crucial role in shaping their professional journeys. Thank you once again. We also appreciate the program office for their efficient management and coordination of the academic activities throughout the year. Your hard work behind the scenes has ensured that our students' academic experience is smooth and enriching. To the entire back-end team, including library, IT, administration, campus facilities, and numerous service providers like Sodexo, thank you for your continuous support and being always there for students. I would like to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the Convocation organizing team led by Dr. Purnima Gupta and ably supported by the administrative team, the program office, teaching assistants, the IT team, the marketing team, and our student volunteers for making this convocation ceremony seamless and memorable. Your behind-the-scenes work is invaluable and has ensured that this day runs smoothly. Thank you for your dedication and commitment. On this special day, we must not forget to appreciate the role of our near and dear ones. A special note of thanks goes to the parents and family members of our graduating students. Your support, sacrifices, and encouragements have been pillars of strength for our graduates. Without your unwavering belief in their potential, this achievement would not have been possible. Today is as much your celebration as it is theirs. Thank you for your love and support. Lastly, to the graduating batch, today is your day. You have worked hard, shown resilience, and persevered through challenges to reach this significant milestone. As you step into the next phase of your journey, remember that you have been equipped with the knowledge, the skills, and the values to make a positive impact in the world. Continue to strive for excellence, stay true to the Great Lakes values of integrity and mutual respect, and never stop learning and innovating. The world awaits your contributions, and we are confident that you will make us proud. And, of course, do not forget to stay in touch with us. Godspeed and God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. I would request you all to please stand up for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I kindly ask the audience to remain standing till the procession leaves the hall. Once the procession leaves the hall, the PGCM will go for the photograph. I request the PGDM students and guests to remain seated. We invite you all to join us for lunch hereafter.